It all started in 1587, when Sir Walter Raleigh convinced Elizabeth I to establish a small colony in the New World. At her command, 117 English men, women, and children began a perilous voyage across the sea. Alas, as soon as these intrepids had arrived, England went to war with Spain. Every bit of England's resources went for war, and the little colony received no word and no supplies from home. Later, with the war won, a ship was sent to check on the colony, but the colony wasn't there. All of the people had disappeared, completely. And to this day, the exact cause of the colony's fate remains a mystery. 350 years later, aware that this small but significant piece of history might be forgotten, some of the local citizens of what's now called Manteo, North Carolina, commissioned a Pulitzer Prize-winning Broadway playwright to create a fitting tribute, and Paul Green wrote a play. Now, the remarkable irony of all this is that the original colony, which had been established to last forever, lasted a very, very short time. But its memorial, a drama created to play for one brief summer, has gone on and on and on. And they call it the Lost Colony.
Hello, I'm Drew Harris, the current director of the Lost Colony. I've been directing professionally for close to 30 years now, from Broadway to Bangkok, Thailand, and I've put together this short video to tell you of the many opportunities you'll find at the Lost Colony. Everyone here at the Lost Colony is committed to a quality experience, both for our audiences and our company members as well. And one of our aims is to make your experience as a performer or technician or design assistant as rewarding as possible. Let me introduce you now to a gentleman who started here and has gone on to do rather well.
I had a wonderful time here in the 7 years I was in the Lost Colony. And I never heard of the Lost Colony or Roanoke Island or anything like this. So I got a copy of the play and read it during one of my classes. And I tried out for Sir Walter Raleigh and was given a colonist at $25 a week. And I didn't think I could come back to school on $25 a week that summer. So I went back home and worked in the furniture factory for $40 a week. Hated every minute of it. The next year, I took the $25. And I came down here and played the first soldier and understudied Sir Walter Raleigh. Best time I ever had in my life. I walked on the stage one night, and a lady was sitting in the audience and said, "My, don't he have spindly legs?" Well, I went up to the drugstore and bought cotton and ace bandages and built some calves on my legs every night. Got away with it too. And it was a wonderful first summer, a wonderful 6 summers after that. And I would have come on back, except I went into entertaining and I had to take that next step. I made up a monologue on the play Hamlet that week and did it that Saturday night. And I got huge laughs. We drew mammoth crowds in there. They all sit on the floor barefoot. And I decided after that show that I would never teach again because I was a school teacher then. And I didn't. And it all started here in the Lost Colony.
Thank you, Andy Griffith. Now, some of the highlights of a summer here at the Lost Colony are the multiple opportunities for performance and study, other than just being in our main show. Here's our choreographer, Johnny Walker, as well as a few members of last year's company.
We have facility here. The place is beautiful. It's a good, relaxed place to work. We don't have critics or people judging us the same way that you're going to be judged and critiqued outside of this area. You need to have every single opportunity to explore the work, because you're not necessarily going to get to do exactly what you were trained for. You're not always going to be the classical dancer. You're not always going to be the Shakespearean actor. You know, rent's going to come due, and if you get a Broadway show, you better take it. There are several people that have come here in one department and totally discovered another whole area of the business that turned out to be their focus. It turned out to be their road into the business. And they would never have possibly discovered that had not this place given them the opportunity. Or it would have been 4 or 5 years down the road perhaps, and then, you know, there's a waste of time and energy there. You know. Mostly we give them opportunities, I think.
One of the things I really like about the Lost Colony is what they call PTW, or Professional Theater Workshop. And what that is it's a chance for you to hone your skills. You get to do the big show, but you also get to do other things. This past year we've done Once Upon a Mattress, we did Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, and you get a chance to work with some really incredible people, as well as hone your skills and make yourself a better actor and performer.
I wrote a show and got to direct it.
Being an understudy to Eleanor Dare.
I'm a singer in the Lost Colony. I'm a member of the choir. We get to come and take dance classes whenever we pretty much feel like it.
I learned so much from this place.
There are just too many things here at the Lost Colony to count that you have a chance to be involved in, and if you want to, you involve yourself in everything.
Every summer we hire over 100 dancers, singers, and leading actors. We also need what is called actor technicians, basically actors who double as crew members. And what you're watching now is just part of the daily routine of the actor technician. It's very, very hard work, and that's what we're looking for, people who are not afraid of hard work. And we're also always looking for costumers, props people, lighting and sound technicians, and beginning designers who'd be interested in assisting. Let me introduce another person who started here as a very young child, our production designer, William Ivy Long.
Do you know there's no difference between the way I do theater on Broadway and the way I do theater in Manteo? Absolutely no difference. A show is a show is a show. The deadlines are there, the director's in charge, and you work very hard.
New York is exciting because it's really the center of the theater that I've chosen to do, which is Broadway. I'm very lucky. I'm so lucky. Every day I can't believe how lucky I am to be working in this medium and this venue. And the people that have been attracted here to work together are so exciting, and the stories we all want to tell and the fights we all want to have with each other. And the Lost Colony is exciting because it's where it all germinates, where all this enthusiasm and storytelling germinates. That's where you learn it.
And every summer we unpack the 600 to 800 costumes, depending on how you call a costume. Is it all the rag pieces one, or are they all separate? So you have about 800 costumes. But we spend the rest of the summer manufacturing new costumes, Elizabethan costumes and Native American costumes. And so the people in the costume shop learn all these construction techniques. They learn how to make a doublet, how to make a farthingale, and we do make them, and they actually get to see them worn on stage. I think you can learn almost everything you need to know about design by working at the Lost Colony. I certainly did.
The Lost Colony has all the ingredients for training for the experiences you'll find on Broadway. And those, I mean, there's an opening night, and then there's maintaining a performance. And that's sort of a universal thing. But the mosquitoes in the St. James Theater are not as large as the mosquitoes in the Waterside Theater.
The point of this video is not to infer that if you work at the Lost Colony, you'll win as many Tony Awards as William Ivey Long or have the splendid career of Andy Griffith. That, unfortunately, I can't guarantee. However, I can truthfully tell you what I've learned from many years of working with stars and very successful performers. A career in show business is built on dedication to quality work, making contacts with solid professionals, continually committing yourself to growing, to learning, and not just sitting around and fantasizing about your career, but getting out there and doing it. In other words, work, work, and then more work. And that you will find at the Lost Colony. That I can guarantee. We have high artistic standards for our company members, and unfortunately, many are called, but few are chosen. But if what you've seen here appeals to you, and you want audition dates or the address to send a video, give us a call at 1-800-488-5012. That's 1-800-488-5012. Thanks for watching. And finally, here's one last look at our main stage show.
It's our gracious Queen.